You're live.
Awesome. Welcome to this week's episode of Monday Biz Motivation. I'm Candance Simmons, the owner of All That and More Boutique. I'm also a board member for the Culver City Chamber. I have the pleasure of hosting these weekly segments with my co-host, Rafia Cooper, who's an ambassador for the Culver City Chamber. She's also a business owner. She owns Rafia Jewelry. The Culver City Chamber is a connector of resources, people, and ideas, and this format was created to do just that. So, with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Rafia, and we have a special guest joining us temporarily, Mr. Diaz. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys as well.
So, hi, Candance. Hi,
Hello.
Colin. How are you guys today?
Great.
Good. It's a Monday, so doing well.
Happy Monday to all.
I know. Happy Monday, Biz Motivation.
So we're doing a little bit differently today. Our guest is delayed a little bit, so we go with the flow right here, right?
Yes.
So while we're waiting for him to come on, we are going to have John Cohn on from Salon Soleil, and in the meantime, we're going to talk to Colin for a little bit.
Yes, and I'll give John a little bit of a plug. He has two businesses. He's on the Exchange Club. He's volunteered in about 100 different roles in the city, so he can be in any one of those capacities. So we give him a little bit of latitude there and forgive him for his tardiness. Plus,
he's having some technical issues.
I've once been mistaken for a twin of his, so I don't think there'll be any problem with that. In fact, I think he's chiming in now, so let me work him into the conversation.
Okay.
I'm there.
Awesome.
Hello. I'm going to bow.
Hi,
John. Hi, guys.
Hello, John. Long time
Hi
no
there.
see.
Yeah. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
Okay. So
how's that? Is that okay?
That's
Yes.
okay. Yes. So we were
Great.
just introducing you, and we were talking about your business and your salons, and you have two locations, and how you're part of the Exchange Club. And so without further delay, we're going to introduce John Cohn and ask him, how long have you had your salons? And tell us a little bit, also the nursery as well. I forgot about that.
Yes, of course.
The jungle.
No worries.
The jungle and the salon as well. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how long you've had the salon?
We started off strictly as a massage studio about 10 years ago on Lincoln and Mindanao. And about 4 years, we evolved out of that space into something much larger in Venice Beach, about a half a block from the beach. We went from having a single-story shopping center location that was about, maybe 1,100 square feet, to now we have a 4-level full building, and we're at about 8,000 square feet, where we provide manicure, pedicures, waxing, facials, and massages. We even have a dedicated outdoor bamboo garden where our customers can relax and have their manicure and pedicure in a very safe environment. So that's the salon. And as to the jungle nursery and landscape, and a little bit about that, we're not only a full service wholesale nursery, but we provide landscaping contracting services for institutional clients and private clients, but primarily government agencies. We do everything from tree trimming for the Los Angeles International Airport to brush clearing for the County of Los Angeles to irrigation projects for the Los Angeles City Schools for LAUSD. And I've been doing that for about almost 16 years with the jungle. So that's a little bit about what I do.
Wow.
And how I spend my free time.
Well,
Do
John,
you have free time?
Right.
Oh,
feel like
well, yeah, because my real job is as a volunteer for the Exchange Club, helping the Exchange Club put on events. The rest of it's just to support my habit of working with Exchange.
I see. Okay. Well,
Awesome.
what do you want to, since you're like most likely the entrepreneur type that, you know, likes to start many businesses, what is the most important thing that you could tell anybody who's starting off as an entrepreneur?
Make sure that you have pretty good mental health. Uh, it's it's surely a requirement. Make certain that you're willing to live in an environment of complete uncertainty and chaos at all times. Make certain that you know you find ways in which to blow off steam before you blow out your brains. So I mean those are kind of the sort of the keys to it all. Look, I mean anyone who starts their own businesses, and I'm you know kind of a serial entrepreneur this way. Anyone who starts their own business really has to be prepared for the unknown. You know, as one defense secretary once said, there's the known universe, there's the unknown universe, and then there's the unknown unknown. And generally speaking, if you're in business, and no matter what your plans are, be prepared for the unknown unknown, because there's going to be 1,000 things you simply don't know and didn't anticipate. And if you're not flexible enough to roll with the punches or adapt, then you're likely not going to make it, or you're going to need, you know, extensive counseling.
Mhm.
Right.
I love it. So, John, when you mentioned being prepared for the unknown unknown, how did you prepare in your various businesses to navigate through COVID?
Well, that certainly falls under the category of the unknown unknown and what the hell, right? Maybe it's just really in that category. Um, I would say, quite frankly, you know, a lot of it's anticipation. You know, I follow the news very assiduously, and you know, I have a background as a scientist originally. That was my sort of my original career. My background was in environmental science, so you know, I'm kind of wonky when it comes to reading things like reports and health things. But you know, because I work with businesses that require extensive health and safety, for example, at the Jungle, you know, we have to always be concerned about injuries and environment. I have people working sometimes 60, 70 feet in the air in various institutional environments, like, you know, on Air Force bases or for the Army Corps of Engineers. And, you know, at the Salon, we are highly regulated by several different agencies. So I really follow and look at health protocols, especially those involving health and safety for our workers and for our customers. So when I started reading a lot of the reports regarding what was happening with COVID, um, as early as the first indications, we started putting it at the Salon protocols we thought that would protect people. I mean, we already, you know, our technicians are already licensed and are familiar with various kinds of health and safety protocols, but we had them wearing masks. We installed shields. We put in sanitation stations. And quite frankly, even before we were shut down, which was on March 18th of 2020, for almost 3 weeks, we had already been taking temperatures and putting in sanitizing procedures. For example, sanitizing every chair before and after people, you know, came in. We had already purchased a vapor device which would sanitize for any kind of viruses that we did on a nightly basis. And on the side with the Jungle and construction, we immediately started having all of our people wearing face masks and gloves. They already had, you know, had a lot of PPE, so we just simply added that to our repertoire. So, you know, the other thing that we did, I think that was quite important, especially on the Salon side, was we started having conversations very, very early on with our landlord. We rent the property that we're in at the beach. And we started explaining to our landlords that we think that there's going to be an interruption of service, or likely interruption of service, and began as early as early March negotiating with them for a rent that would be, you know, suitable if we were shut down or if we weren't. And then when we were shut down on March 18, the landlords were already prepared for this, and we had already negotiated a solution with them.
Awesome. Very helpful information. Thank you.
So do
So
you
I mean,
think
but the moral of the story is, if you see a hazard coming, try and stay ahead of the curve.
Yes.
Yeah, that one was a hard one to keep ahead of the curve, but glad
There was a
that
lot of curveballs on the way.
there was a
Mhm.
lot. And I know some other salon owners and were really frustrated with a lot of the protocols and things. So glad you're on the other side.
That's a very important aspect of what you're saying, Rafia, which is this: be prepared for the frustration.
Mm-hmm.
Be prepared that there's going to be times when you're just going to want to. Well, in my case, you can't, but pull your hair out. Kind of an impossibility. But there's going to be times when you say, if I had hair, it would fall out.
Right.
Or go gray.
Yeah, either way, I have it on all counts. So not much of a fall for me.
So maybe if you do own a salon, you can go to the salon for relaxation to, offset some of that frustration.
Yeah, that's not likely. It's kind of like a busman's holiday. I assure you, whenever I try to get some sort of relaxation, whether it's a massage or even a facial or pedicure, there's always something that occurs. So I don't get services here.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So what about somebody who is wanting to get into that business of salons and beauty and, self-care kind of thing? What is your advice to them? Because things have changed a lot.
Well, my advice to them is be a lot more familiar with the industry than I was to start with. I did not know much about the self-care and beauty industry at all. And as you can see, I have a face made for radio, so I didn't know much about that as well. So, I think the thing to do is really study your marketplace and really try to study, who your customer base is going to be. And what you think they want to have. But I think the most important aspect to me is decide what it is you would like as a customer. How would you want to be treated? What kind of environment would you like to be in? What kind of services would you like to see? Make your own checklist, and ask yourself, when I go into a salon or I go into a beauty parlor or I go to get a massage, what is it that I look for? And then once you decide what that is, decide what the next level would be in order to be ahead of your competition. Because my view has always been, I don't try to compete with the many salons that are around us. I have them compete with me. So what that means is essentially, we've always believed in adding another level of service that other places can't do or won't do. And as a result of that, it keeps people coming back.
So is location very important?
Well, location is extraordinarily important, but every location has its challenges. For example, even though we're in a very high tourist area, we have a lot of great and loyal customers. Sometimes that's a downside as well because, we have an area that's a beach and it's a resort area and, there's lots of traffic and there's always a challenge for parking. There's always challenges for time and delay. So you have to build all of those things into it. So one of the challenges we had was really to be able to find enough parking, for customers coming in, or give our customers incentives to come in and not drive. For example, if you come by rideshare, we told our customers, we'll give you a $5 discount or $5 off your services so that you come by rideshare. If you come by bicycle, the same thing. And if you come in by hot air balloon, we'll treat you for free.
So can you tell us a little bit about the services that your salon offers?
Sure. Boy, I feel like this is an advertisement I ought to be paying for. We offer top line manicure and pedicure services. We offer waxing and now sugaring services for removal of hair. We also offer every modality of massage, and we also have facial and skincare. And we're hoping very soon. Previously were doing med spa services like Botox and PRP, which is people have heard about the vampire facial. We were doing that with a doctor before COVID. Unfortunately, the doctor decided to return during COVID to North Carolina, where she was from. So hopefully in the next maybe 5 to 6 months, we'll be adding a qualified physician so that we can also have med spa services and folks can come spend an entire day with us.
Wow.
Well, I have to give a testimony about my experience and it's fresh. I'm still floating. I had an opportunity yesterday after reading your bio, John, for the second time and clicking onto your website. I just decided to go ahead and book a service. I booked a pedicure. I hadn't had a professional one in 14 months. I went there, parking was easy. I didn't know I could have taken a hot air balloon and be floating even higher today. I'll have to consider that next time. But the
We do have a lot of,
service,
we have a lot of, marijuana places nearby, so you can float in on that as well.
I think maybe that's what got me high as I was walking in. So that could be part of it.
It's in the air.
But it was a top-notch experience. Just like John said, I try to avoid what I call the chop shop nail salons where it's so many chairs that you just feel like you're in and out in 10 minutes. But I think I was there for a good hour and a half because once I got in there and I read the menu of services again, realized it had been so long, I wanted everything. So I got like the luxe pedicure and I hadn't had a mask on my legs before, but I got a mask, I got a scrub, I got a paraffin treatment, I got all that. And it just so happened that John was there. And I didn't expect to see him. It was a Sunday. And that's another beautiful thing is that you're open on a Sunday, which for myself and other small businesses, Sunday could be the only day that we have to really do some personal care. Sunday, Mondays, and the fact that you guys are open on a Sunday added to that, bonus of my being able to get in, really relax, not feel rushed. I never felt rushed. And then I got the tour afterwards to see all the things that John described, the quiet places where you can get pedicures outside, to go up the various levels. And it just felt like I was going into more. To be able to sit outside and then look at the water, to see a view of the water, I was just blown away.
That's
I
awesome.
called and text so many people afterwards, my friends that live in Venice. I'm like, have you been here? They're like, no, I could walk there. I've been passing. I said, do not pass go until you stop there and get your services. I've called, various friends and said, hey, this is a spot where we have to go. Because the most important thing for me, John, is didn't know that your background was science, didn't know you had taken all those protocols. But at every step along the way, I felt safe. I was shielded in my chair. I observed folks sanitizing the chairs. So I sat at ease during the entire experience. I closed my eyes several times and I was like, okay, to the guy, Leo, I said, I'm married, but hey, I'm offering you to marry me. I just felt so amazing. It was a truly an oasis, and I'm looking forward to going back with my husband and getting a couples massage and just really taking the entire experience in. I could spend a whole day there.
Well, Candance, that's so kind. And by the way, you didn't snore, so that was a plus. And for your endorsement, your check is in the mail.
Thank you.
Funny.
Don't tell my husband because I do snore. He'll be like, wait a minute, really? You're quiet?
Did you fall asleep?
I did multiple times. It was so nice. The chair, it was very luxe, the entire experience. So I did relax and I felt I was just in a luxe experience right there in Venice.
And after the third glass of wine, everything was cool?
Everything from start to finish.
That's
And we
awesome.
we offer wine, beer, other kinds of soft drinks. And if you get a massage, actually, after our massages, we give you a fresh coconut with coconut water. Actually, in the coconut.
My coconut. I'm going back for the coconut. That was a good selling point for me.
I still have my gift certificate, John. I got to go in there.
We canceled it.
Looks like we have a question from the audience. Yay.
Yes. And Sandra also on the other one is commenting too. But go ahead.
The question from the audience is, what's been the thing that you have been most proud of accomplishing during the pandemic?
Survival.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly. Look, the truth is in this kind of situation, and it's that unknown unknown.
Mhm.
I live by the notion that if you don't adapt, you won't survive.
Mhm.
We did everything we could to adapt, and it cost a lot of money, cost a lot of time. We were closed really truly 7 out of 12 months.
Right.
So we tried to adapt to that environment. We tried to keep all of our customers informed. We actually created some specials so customers could purchase gift certificates from us to help us support our business that we provided on a discount, and that was a very helpful thing. And the other thing we did was we said, if you got to ride the horse in the direction it was going, and we actually put ourselves into the mask business. We were selling and marketing masks, and that was a really big plus for us. We actually, over the period of pandemic, we actually sold and marketed on a wholesale basis. Last count, about 350,000 cloth masks were printed with various kinds of designs that we had manufactured for us overseas.
Wow.
And that made a big difference in terms of our ability to cash flow and to be in a position where we could reopen.
Wow.
So, John, you're co-owner of both of your businesses. Can you talk about what makes a successful partnership?
Well, anyone who can tolerate me is probably going to be successful. Because I really, even going all the way back to kindergarten, the comment was, does not play well with others. And I think as Rafia can attest, I probably don't. But I think what makes a successful partner, and I have two separate partners. I have wives, one that I've been married to for 40 years, one that is my business partner at the Jungle, and the other for Venice Soleil. And in truth, it's being able to recognize what they can do that you can't do, and how you can be as efficient as is possible. I mean, for example, at the Jungle, I recognize that I'm not the greatest guy on doing things like numbers and bookkeeping. Well, my partner loves to do that, and so I say, have at it. He's the one that handles all those things. He's much better at certain aspects of installations and supervising installations, and I'm better at doing estimates and dealing with the government agencies and government contracts. So, we try to really have a good division of labor. Now, the truth is, if you've got partners and you've got situations, there's always going to be a lot of crossover and always going to be a lot of tension. And no matter what you do, partnerships can be much more challenging than even being married. So, you have to be able to work through problems. You have to work through frustrations. And there's going to be times when you just can't stand each other, can't stand to look at each other. And you just have to be able to get through that to see the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm. And also one probably has one vision and another one different. So
I don't.
Can you hear us?
Hi, can you hear me? Are we
Yes.
not
we can
hearing
hear
each
you.
other?
I
So we're
can
still
hear you.
connected. We're
Hello?
still connected. Yes, we're still here.
Hold on a moment. It seems that I lost the mic for a second. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay, for some reason I'm not hearing you on my earbuds. Give me one moment, please. Something
Sure.
seems to have cut out on me. Let's go ahead and we'll muscle through. If you can hear me, no problem.
We can hear you very well.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we can hear you. So on the other page, we had just a comment from Sandra saying that after she heard about your massage and your
Rafia, give
pedicure.
me one moment. I'm having some technical difficulties on my end hearing you.
Okay.
Give me one moment, please.
Okay, John, if you want to sign out and sign back in, we can go over events right now.
Mm-hmm. So Sandra
One
was
moment,
saying
please.
that you look great and you look happy with your pedicure.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. So shall we do our events?
Yes.
Now? Okay. So we're gonna let John fix his mic, and once he's done, he can come back on, and we're gonna share with you our upcoming events for the chamber.
I'm having technical difficulty here, guys. I'm so sorry.
Sign out.
I don't
and
know
sign
why
back
we're
in.
having technical difficulties, but hold on a moment, please.
You want to contact him, Rafia, and I'll go over the events.
I've already done so.
Perfect. Okay, so our first event is happening today, and it's our bi-weekly COVID Business Roundtable, and it's taking place shortly after this live. It starts at 2:30, and it's a great opportunity to do a check-in to see, based on the new protocols, how we need to continue to pivot and move forward as business owners. So please register for all of the events that we will share today on our Culver City Chamber website.
Wonderful. Then we have Government Affairs Committee Tuesday. That's tomorrow, May 18th, from 4 to 5 p.m. and it's a members only.
One of our favorite monthly events is the Coffee and Commerce event happening on Wednesday, the 19th at 8:30 to 10. It's a great opportunity for you to come and share with other business owners. Tell us about your business, engage and connect. You never know who you'll meet over coffee and commerce that you can do business with, provide your services and products. I know personally, I have enjoyed connecting with small businesses that are like-minded and supporting their businesses, because I know if you are connected through a chamber, you are committed to customer service.
Yes, and not only that, but it's fun with the questions and the breakout rooms, and it's a nice little event, even virtually. It's great. So the next one is Mental Wellness Series continues this week with helping parents and kids manage stress during the pandemic. It's on Thursday, May 20th from 12 to 1:15 p.m. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so this is part of that series.
All right, on Thursday, you can join us for a combo with the council member at 4 to 5 p.m. It's a great open, candid discussion with our council member.
And it looks like John is trying to get back here. Hi, John. Can you hear us now?
I can. We had technical difficulties. It was something involving the CIA, but we resolved it.
Great.
We have this happen from time to time, and we just go with it. You know,
It's all good, and I resolved it. They said they'll come back and bring the handcuffs later.
Well, we're at a point where we're wrapping up, so we won't observe you going into handcuffs, or maybe you're handcuffing them. So we shared the events. John, the topic of our show is Monday Biz Motivation. So we like to ask our guests, what motivates you in your business?
Well, other than the bottom line, which is always important. I mean, look, building our bottom line and making certain that we're successful. I mean, if you're going to be in business and you're not going to make money, then, well, you may as well not be in business. But I think what motivates me, truthfully, is customers walking away and being satisfied and being happy, and the opportunity to do good. For example, we have, since we opened our salon business, we've always offered, for example, on certain days, free massages to cancer patients. Additionally, we have a program called the massage giving program, where you can buy one massage and give one to a wounded warrior. We have always offered free or discounted massages to active military or first responders. So those are things that are very important to us. So whenever we get the opportunity to give back, it's not just something that makes us feel right, but it also, I think, is good business. And even at the Jungle, we've always given away, a lot of materials to schools, to nonprofit organizations, because quite frankly, if you can't do good, while you're trying to be good, then quite honestly, there's no reason to be in business. And having the opportunity to give back to the community is one of the things that genuinely motivates me. Frequently, it frustrates my business partners, but I think it's worked out to be a very, very important formula for us.
Awesome.
Always good to give back.
Yeah, and one thing that we didn't touch on, John, that you're involved in, and I want to thank you for your role, which is Leadership Culver City. And it was really instrumental in my getting involved in more civic engagement. And so again, I thank you for that, because you've motivated me to get involved in various things that are happening on the city that I had no idea, even being a resident for over 20 years. So thank you for that.
You're welcome, and quite frankly, we think that it's a very, very important program. For folks that don't know, it was started by the Exchange Club. It is co-sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. Colin, thank you very much. Also, the City of Culver City, the Center for Nonprofit Management, and our other co-sponsors, West Los Angeles College. So it's really been a terrific opportunity for me to learn who the leaders are going to be and future leaders in our community. And it's been a heck of a lot of fun. I know for you, Candance, you were in one of our first class, and look what you're doing now. I mean, the kind of give back. This is very heartwarming for me, and I know for all of my members of the steering committee, including Colin and whoever else may be listening. And if you don't know about Leadership Culver City, you can go online, look under Leadership Culver City. We're going to have a new class that hopefully starts in November of this year. Of course, COVID knocked us down a little bit. We had a master's class online for 3 months of this past year, and we're hoping to go back to full-blown in-person classes starting in November of 2021.
Awesome.
That's great. That's great.
Great.
Thank you for bringing that forward, Candance. I forgot about that too. And then we did touch a little bit on the Exchange Club. Is there anything that you want people to know about the Exchange Club, John?
Well, the Exchange Club is an example of business people and local people really doing good. I mean, folks are not looking for accolades or for awards or for anyone to post their name in lights, but simply to make our community a better place to live. I'm very, very pleased to say that, we have been on the sidelines because of COVID over the past year. The only event we were able to put on was our second annual Tribute to Heroes, which honors, veterans who have served, with all the money that we raise going towards the support of homeless veterans at New Directions for Veterans. We are going to this year, even though we had to pass on the last year and only do a car parade, we're having our car show on August 21 at West Los Angeles College. So we're very, very excited about that. And we're hoping that as we go forward, we can have more in-person events that help us to raise money, not only to support all of the youth in our community, but to prevent child abuse and to continue supporting the plight of homeless veterans, which, of course, in our mind, is one of the great sins in our country, that we have veterans who have given their very all to our country and then have been cast to the sidelines and kicked to the curb. So we, the Exchange Club, are trying to do our very, very best to support those patriots.
Wonderful. So Candance, we've come to the point where we're talking about motivation. We've heard John's motivation. What's yours for this week?
Well, as I've been sharing over the last couple of weeks, we are celebrating this week 11 years in business here in Culver City. So it's been amazing and just encouraging to know that, one, we survived through the pandemic. Our Morenistas are still finding ways to come in and shop. I mean, they're Zooming, so they're showing up. And my motivation this week is just to continue to celebrate the women who have found joy in shopping at All That and More Boutique. So we have all kind of hats and key rings and candles and scents. And we actually launched a new line of clothing under our business brand, and a new scent that is also under the business brand too. So it's been amazing to continue to build the brand with creatives that can do those things that I can't do, but they've helped me grow the brand and service my clients that have come to love us over the years. So I'm just excited to continue to have women come in that are excited about All That and More. And it's truly motivating, because they remind me of how far we've come and how far the community that I serve has grown. So it's been great this week.
And the truth is, Candance is all that and more.
She is. She is. And don't forget all her walking. And she's upped her game on that walking thing, too. So
that mental space was so important during COVID. So I think I'm up to 200 and over 68 days of walking 4.5 miles every day. So yes.
So
wow.
That's so great. That's inspiring. Very inspiring. I love it.
A lot of folks have joined me along the way, so they've started their daily walking too. So it was encouraging.
That's great.
How about you, Rafia? What's your motivation for this week?
I think appreciation. So for me, I've had a lot of things going on, and so many people have been there for me and stuff. So I'm doing an appreciation this week, and also, I'm also doing an appreciation back to Feed Culver. So if anybody does want to do a shopping appointment with me, and I will donate 100% of that to Feed Culver for the items that I've already got made, and you can, come shop with me. So those are my things. That's what's motivating me this week.
Good. You've been
and by the way, if people don't know what Feed Culver is, again, this is a project that was started jointly by the Exchange Club with members of the City Council. And at this count, Colin, you correct me if I'm wrong, I think we've fed almost 50,000 people. And we've supported restaurants, and it's just been an extraordinary success. Something that we thought would last only a couple of months has now had more than its 1-year anniversary, and it's been an incredible success in our community and shown how much people really want to give back.
That's wonderful. And Colin says correct. You are correct.
That's unusual. He hardly ever agrees with me.
Does anybody ever agree with you?
Rarely.
Just
Well,
want
John,
to set that straight.
You've
I
been
did
an
meet a guy
awesome
I met a
guest.
guy in the street the other day who agreed that the sky was up. That was about it.
Okay. You've been an awesome guest, John. We really appreciate you sharing, all that you're doing in the community to make an impact. I know I speak for myself and all the ladies that commented on the post. We cannot wait to get back to the spa and experience more.
Nobody's going to be deterred that I'm doing all the services myself.
Oh, that may change things.
Trust me, they don't let me near anything that involves precision or trust me, I just keep the books and keep people happy. I pour the drinks.
I am just laughing at Colin and his little notes. He said there was one occurrence for everything.
Okay. So Colin, just keep in mind that you and your wife are in my hands on this weekend. So don't screw it up.
Right.
He's coming in for his 10-year anniversary with his wife.
I'm so excited for them.
Oh,
yeah, he's agreed to get a bikini wax.
Too much information.
Well, if he really loved Alicia, I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh! Well,
I think
a Brazilian, right, Colin? A Brazilian.
I'm sure he's rethinking his appointment right about now.
He's only saying that you are the greatest.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for joining us. We are at that point where we are going to sign off. And if anyone else is interested in joining us for a little interview about your business, please contact Colin, Candance, or myself, and we will put you on the list. We get booked up. So if you are interested, please let us know. And we will come back next week with another guest. John, it's been amazing. You can find all of John's information for Salon Soleil and the Jungle Nursery. It's all going across the screen here, so you can find all that information, make your appointment, get your pedicure or a massage.
And don't forget your coconut.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
And I'm going to make you make my certificate be active again.
Okay.
Don't leave it around me, Rafia. It's mine. I know
Thank
how
you,
to
guys.
use it. I know how to use it.
Oh, and thank
Don't
you,
fight.
Colin,
Don't
from
fight over.
behind the
Hey, don't
scenes
fight over
for
me,
the
girls. Come on.
It's too late.
Oh, and John, when you were gone, you missed the announcements of the upcoming events, but we would love it if you join us on Wednesday morning for our Coffee and Commerce. So it's a networking event, and if you can join us this Wednesday from 8:30 to 10, it's a virtual event. So let us know, okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Right. Have a
All
great
right,
This was
bye,
fun. Thank you,
everyone.
guys.
Okay.
Bye bye now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.